So again, I'm going to separate mine. So I want to have x by itself. I need to get rid of positive 12 and 3/4. So I subtract 12 and 3/4. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So I will subtract 12 and 3/4. Okay, so let's see. You know what? I see right here I got a problem. This is 5, and that's negative 12. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to subtract, right? Because they're different signs. But I know my answer is going to be negative. By the way, I'll bring down the equals here. And this is 0, and I have an x. Bring down my x. So I know this is going to be negative, but it's like I need to turn this around upside down because it's not quite meshing. So you know what? I'm just going to, right over here, I have 12 and 3/4. And then I have 5 and 3/8. And you know what? I'm just going to subtract these, and that's going to be my answer. So if I do that, so you catching what I'm saying here? This is negative. That's positive. So I'm going to have to subtract the two. But to subtract the two, I should have the one with the most value up on top, and the other one on the bottom. So I'm flipping it around. So let's see. I need a common denominator. That would be 8. And 4 times 2 is 8, so 3 times 2 is 6. And let's see here. So I need to subtract now. 6 minus 3 is 3. So I have 3/8. And 12 minus 5 is 7. So the answer is, now remember it's negative. Our answer is negative because this is like negative 12. So the answer is negative 7 and 3/8. I know, it's a little tricky, isn't it? But that is our answer. Thank goodness we didn't have to also borrow, because that would have been very complex. Okay, finally we're to our last example. I know, sad moment, isn't it? So let's see, I want x by itself, so I need to get rid of plus 9 1/5. So I subtract 9 1/5. But I have to do that to both sides. You have to be fair. Hey, what you do to one side, you have to do the other side. So I'm going to subtract 9 1/5. Okay, if I do all that, this, is 0. So that's gone. And that just leaves you with the letter x. And I'll bring down my equals. Okay, so now I need to solve over here on this side. And looking at it, well look, this is the same situation as before. This is negative and that's positive. I'm going to have to subtract the two, but this is the larger one that I subtract. So I know my answer is negative. Okay, I know that much. But I'm going to have to flip this around. Put this one on top and the other one on the bottom. So let's see, I'm going to have 9 1/5. And if you want to, you put the negative up there. It doesn't matter. Negative 9 1/5. And on the bottom I have 5 3/10. Okay, we first of all need to find our common denominator. That would be 10. And 5 times 2 is 10, and 1 times 2 is 2. Oh, bummer. Look at that. That's 2/10, and that's 3/10, and I'm subtracting these, right? I'm subtracting them. So I can't do that. I'm going to have to borrow. Now, you must just forget about that this is negative for a minute. So we want to borrow from the 9. So this is going to be an 8. And I'm borrowing 1. A great big 1. Okay, you don't just put 1 up here. You make it like this. Borrow a big 1. And if I do that, I end up with, let's see, the denominator is 10. 10 times 1 plus 2, or 10 and 2 is 12. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and subtract. So I have 12, take away 3. 12 take away 3 is 9. Okay, and then I have 8, take away 5. 8 take away 5 is 3. So the answer is 3 and 9/10, but remember it's negative 3 and 9/10 because this was negative 9. Okay, so you're subtracting the difference. So it's negative 3 and 9/10. Now let's just take just a few seconds here and just examine if the answer is negative 3, if x is negative 3, does that make sense? If I put a negative 3 here, negative 3 and 9, would that be about 5? 9 minus 3, that's 6. You know, take away some. Yeah, that would be about right. Okay, how about this one? If I put negative 7 in there for x, negative 7 and 12. Negative 7 and 12. 12 minus 7 is, yeah, about 5. That's right. How about this one here, if this is right? If I put a 7 in there, 7 and 7 is about 15. That's right. And, okay, well, anyways, this one's a little harder to tell. But you get the idea. So you can check your work that way. You can kind of estimate. Okay, wait for it. Okay, in case you're having problems reading this, I'll read it to you. It says, and this prize, Little Beauty, was my biggest challenge of all. Took almost 2 hours and 197 ping pong balls to bring him home. That's this little fish here. Okay, Banthy, why don't you tell me what happened today?
I lost the tooth. See right there?
Okay, wait a sec. Let me just zoom in there. Oh, yeah. First tooth.
Yeah. You want to see?
Yeah, I want to see it. Hold it up there. Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah. How much money do you think you're going to get for that thing?
Maybe about...
Quarter?
Yeah, probably a couple of dimes.
So how's the story go? What are you going to do with that thing tonight?
Put under my pillow.
And what's going to happen?
The tooth fairy's gonna come and get it. See, you still it right in there. There's all his other tooth friends.
Yeah.
But you just gotta have more tooth friends when he goes to tooth.
How many houses does he visit a night, do you think?
10.
10? About 10 a night?
Yeah, probably. Maybe 13 a night.
13?
Yeah, probably 13.
Why don't you give me a wink here? Try again. One eye. That's better. Okay, now give me the brow. Oh yeah, that's good. All right. Talk to you later.